Hey up YouTubers, Simon B here. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're keeping safe out there. Here, look. Bring you lot to some places, don't I? Here, look at this. Been in a couple of times before really though, haven't we? So today we are riding, you've probably already seen the thumbnail by now, the rather splendid CF Moto MT800. It's the MT, which is the touring edition. If you're looking for yourself for a middleweight adventure bike, that's not a lot of money, probably going to save you £3,000. Probably going to save you about £3,000 less than any other. If you don't mind not having a badge that everybody thinks you should have on your motorcycle, this bike could be something right up your street. So if you fancy a bit of a review on the CF Moto MT800, as they say, stick around and stay tuned.
Like and subscribe!
So yeah, the CF Moto MT800. I've rode it now for about just under an hour. I thought I'd better just before I brought you guys and girls along, and it's not a bad bit of kit, is it? So CF Moto, people don't know CF Moto, it's basically half Chinese and half owned by KTM. Well, I think CF Moto owns 51% of the company and KTM own 49% of it, so they have the say of it. So this bike has in it, it's a KTM 790 engine, it twin cylinder. I'll go through the specs after, but if you want to know all the specs and everything of what it's all about, then you know there is a website there, and I'll put in the description in the box below, you know what it's all about. First impressions, first when I got on the bike, I thought the mirrors were going to be a bit cack, but no, this just seemed a little bit low. Probably could do with just a little bit of extenders on it, but they don't. But the big mirrors, and they do what they're supposed to do. Possibly the gripe that I've just found out before is the screen. You can't do it on the fly. People are saying things like that, but it just keeps the cost down, doesn't it? You don't have to put stuff into it. What else do we think? The grips are nice, just the right size. They're not big massive things that you sometimes get on these. I think what was it that we had that we took out last time? The Moto Marini, that had quite wide grips for some reason, don't know why, but it's got a bit of grunt. It's only done a few thousand, 17. No, I don't know exactly how many miles this bike has done at the moment. It has got a bit of grunt. Got to get it singing a loud bit. I think it's 77 Newton meters at 7,000 RPM. So yeah, it needs to get over 3,000 revs before it comes a bit alive. But not really a problem. The fueling is probably a bit lean, like they all are these days. Probably could do with a bit of a map on it. The fly-by-wire throttle is a little bit, can be. It does something a little bit weird every now and again. when you sort of come off the throttle and it sort of judges the bike. I don't know what that is. It's just every now and it's weird. As they say, it feels planted on the road. Whatever that is. But it goes around corners alright. Twin discs up front, single discs on the rear. Spanish brakes on it, not Brembo. People say, well, I've never heard them before. Well, you probably haven't. They do a lot of MotoGP. They do a lot of cars, stuff like that. The brakes. This bike has a bit of an air growl with it when you get a bit of throttle on it. So I can hear it. It has quick shifter up and down, and as you know, I own a Husqvarna Vitpilen, which is made by KTM. They are a bit seamless, and they're rather good. Apparently it comes standard with the TFT screen that we've got up front. I don't know what size that is. I think they did say heated grips. I don't know, I've not found it in the menu. Heated seat, cruise control, which is there, ABS all round, even has cornering ABS, I believe. So, and at the moment, I think there's an offer on it. If you buy them, you get a full aluminium luggage, including panniers and top box, saving yourself 1,500 quid. And I think it's just under 10 grand plus VAT. I think. Not better quote me on that, but if you give the guys at Lancaster Motorcycles a ring, where this came from, thank you very much, guys, as per usual. And look, it's not raining. Well, not today anyway. It's got some Mitas tyres on it. I don't know what if they're supposed to be any good, but it's a bit like anything nowadays, isn't it? Nobody really makes anything bad, do they? Does anybody make a bad car? Does anybody make a bad motorcycle? Does anybody make, you know, bad anything? I don't know. I don't think they do. Wind turbulence at 70 mile an hour, 75 mile an hour. I'm getting a little bit on the top of my head. My head's sort of shaking slightly. Apart from that, everything's fine. It is a quiet bike. It's really quiet. It's as they say, flickable. Planted and flickable. It's quite light steering. Yeah, it's I've just nipped home and before I started this, and next door neighbour down the road, so I think there's a market now for middleweight adventure bikes, middleweight cross section that'll do a little bit of things, bit of everything. You know, it's not too heavy, it's not too bulky, not a big massive engine. Something a little bit lighter than these 1200 motorbikes. For the don't get me wrong here, for the older guy, you know, we don't, you know, I was going to tell you how old I was, but you already know. I'm 53, and sometimes when you're out on the GS, you think, oh, Christ, I could do with something a little bit lighter than this. And I think This is the sort of thing that you would be looking at now. So yeah, for us older guys, sometimes it's a bloody pain in it lugging a GS about, really. So, you know, this is in the realms of the well, I don't know, because I don't really look at new bikes. There's, you know, you'll have a Triumph 800, you'll have the BMW 850 or whatever it is, with the KTM, probably with this engine in it, but not as much toys to go with it as standard. It's got a double USB socket here, 12 volt socket on the other side, already standard. So you're getting all these bits of bling and stuff that's coming with it that you don't have to put on it, and a full set of luggage to go with it on the racks that's with it. You know, what more could you got? It's got preload adjustable springs front and back, 16, I think, was it 1620 clicks or something it was saying. So yeah, there's not much to go wrong with it, really, is there? A bit cheeky, wasn't it? Why not? But yeah, we do 64 mile an hour. It's quiet in this cockpit. One of the things that I don't really like about it, well, I've probably got used to it now. My legs are a bit of a, is it an acute angle? The pegs are at slightly high, so my knees are bent a little bit more, but it's not uncomfortable. It's just slightly different because I got off my GS and got onto this, really. So not really a game changer. There's a few things that could do with adjusting. The gear levers in a bit of wrong position for me, and it's hard work sometimes getting gears. But it's like a small GS, and it's light and it's nimble, which is, look at this. Come on, pull over. No, that's the quick shifter. How, you know, I better not break the speed limit. You'll all tell on me. Blur it out. But yeah, you know, 10 grand's a lot of money. I remember it must have been, I think it was 20 odd years ago. Could be 30 years. I can't remember. MCN. People, why are we paying £10,000 for a sports bike, you know? And for a sports bike nowadays, or something half decent, you're now 20,000 quid, aren't you? The stuff is just getting a bit too expensive, and there's other people within the world that are trying to produce and enable us lot to have something good, something well made, something decent, and not pay as much money. You know, I don't buy Chinese shite. Okay, that'll be one of them. I think that's what I got on social media a couple of weeks ago when I put it on Instagram. I don't buy Chinese. Well, you'd be surprised of where all your stuff is made. He said he had I think it was a Yamaha, an XJ something. He said it's made in Japan. Aye, alright. Yeah, probably designed in Japan, sent over, and everything's made in China. You know, they did. You know, China did produce a lot of Chinese chocolate, didn't they? And they do produce some rubbish stuff, but they also produce some decent stuff as well. You know, you'd be surprised of the amount of stuff that is around your house that you own, that you have bought, that is actually made in China, but it's made to a specification that's recommended by the people who want it made, and they end up getting it done cheap, and that's why it's made in China. So not everything coming from China is shite. Yeah, but it's alright, isn't it? Enough of my waffling. I've done enough for now. I'll see you in a bit. So yeah, the CF Moto 800 MT specifications: 799 cc, 67 kilowatt of power at 9250 RPM, 75 newton meters of torque. It's Euro 5. It's got a wheelbase of 1531, fuel capacity of 19 litres. The curb weight is 231 without luggage. Aluminium spoked wheels, 19 front, 17 rear. It's got KYB forks which are adjustable, 320mm front disc and 240mm on the rear. As you can see, lent for me by Lancaster Motorcycles. Wherever you are in the country, no matter where you're at, they could have the bike PDI'd and delivered to wherever you live. I've just confirmed it does come with heated seat, rider's heated seat, and it does come with heated grips as standard, because I found that in the menu, which you would go through 2 rider modes, which is sport and rain. So there's your handle grip heater, and there's your seat heater. I put that on before, so yeah, that's confirmed. Connect your phone up to it, trip reset, brightness of the TFT, time, units, language, reset all, and yeah, so some not bad standard kit included as standard, which you would pay, what, if you bought on the KTM? I don't know what's up here. Bus went up here. I don't think I've been up here. It's quite adorable. Probably get lost now. The bus came up here, so it must be some main route. You know, I've just been talking to a couple just in Canforth there, with stuff in my face with a bit of Greg's. Went out to eat since I got up this morning, and we were just on about it. You know, yeah, okay, it's Chinese. You know, so what? It's got a decent engine in it. It's got some decent spec of gear. It's light. It's nimble. About one of the only gripes I could think about it, I stopped before and I moved it around, and it is probably a standard, a little bit slight top heavy, but I could get used to that. I'm just used to with the GS being low and the other stuff being a little bit lighter, but everything just feels, you know, light and nimble. You know what I mean? It's just a bloody nice bike. Really, it's just a bloody nice bike. So, would I buy one? I might, to be honest. I quite like it. Do I want to get rid of my GS? I've been contemplating it. Is this going to be the next purchase? I don't know. What is not like to like? I always said my next bike will have to have a heated seat. So who knows? But yeah, if you live in this area up in the northwest, get yourself to Lancaster Motorcycles, get this baby taken out and see what you think about it yourself. Again, thanks very much to Lancaster Motorcycles for letting me take it out today and do a review on it. At the end of the day, you know, a review is what I think of it. If I thought it was crap, I'd tell you it was crap, but it's alright. It is alright. You know, it's probably, oh look, M6. It's probably, you know, better than alright, really. If you've watched it to the end, sorry, no £1 million question this week. It was done last week and somebody won it, so you should have watched it then again. Thanks very much for watching us and subscribing to the channel. I'm very humbled that we're nearly 3,500 subscribers at the moment, and everything's great. Well, we're on a Friday today, aren't we? Next weekend we're off to the Isle of Man, doing a bit of green laning. I'd have been there 2 weeks by the time you see this. So yeah, thanks very much if you thought that video, if you liked the video. Comment down below if you rode one yet, you're thinking of buying one, you're wanting a mid-range adventure bike. What's not to like? Stand's a little dinky stand and it's very precise and does what it's supposed to do. It even comes with a centre stand. Yeah, if you just stumbled across us because you've wanted to look at the this review, please consider subscribing. It is free. I'm not going to charge you. Well, not at the moment anyway. Just click that subscribe button, ring that bell just down below, and that'll be fantastic. Share it with your mates. Do a comment, give us a bit of a comment. Thanks, Si, great review, whatever, I don't know, just thanks. Gets the algorithms going, stuff like that. Charge very much. There's a few people doing it for me now, and that's all it needs. Yeah, and if you are riding out there, don't forget, ride safe, be safe and keep safe. And as they say, thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon. Yeah, so if you in the area, Lancaster Motorcycles, if you're coming over to the Isle of Man, the road is just half a mile up there, goes into Heysham, which is over there. They've got a cafe up here, Pitch Stop Cafe. It's open from 8:30 in the morning. Look on the website lancastermotorcycles.co.uk. If you fancy a CF Moto, they'll deliver it anywhere probably in the country. Moto Marine, don't have to even come up. So Lancaster Motorcycles, your local motorcycle dealer. Get your sell down.
Like and subscribe.